Hi guys and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about patch 11.1.5 and I will go through all the new transmog items you will be able to get during this new patch. So keep in mind that we don't know exactly when patch 11.1.5 will be released. It's probably going to be in a few months from now. And also, obviously, there might have some additional rewards that will be data mined later on. And so I will make sure to make an updated video if that's the case. Okay, so first, let's go through some of the new rewards we will be able to get through the Nightfall Scenario, which is one of the new systems or activity in this new patch. So first of all, we have these recolored versions of the Arathi sets, and these are amazing. So here we have the white version, and so as you can see, this one is really cool. So we have the plate version right here, we have the mail version, we then have the leather version, and finally we have the cloth one. In my opinion, the cloth and the plate are the best ones because you really have this whiteness on the set, which I think is very cool and very unique. When the other ones are not so white, and so I think it would have been a little bit better if it was the case. But here, for instance, on the cloth set, I really think these colors are super cool. And then, of course, next to that, you have all the different weapons. So again, these are all the weapons we already have in the War Within, but this is this new variant. So again, I think these are pretty nice. Here you can maybe like see a little bit less the difference. But again, we have all these different weapons that will also be available in this new patch. And then, of course, we will have a few other rewards. So, for instance, we have also this mount and these different pets. If you want to see all the new mounts, I released a video already on that, so I would recommend you to go and watch it because there are quite a lot of cool new mounts you will be able to get also in this new patch. We also have these tabards, and so these ones are actually very nice because they will be evolving depending on your renown with this new faction, let's say. And so as you can see, this is the base one, then you have this one, and finally this is the last version, which I think is super nice. And then you will also have the different violet or purple items. So here, as you can see, for instance, this is the plate set. And so this is what it will look like. Then you also have the mail set. So here, let me put everything on. So as you can see, this is this one right here. Then after that, we have the leather one. So again, these are the different sets that were data mined already back in patch 11.0 when the game was launched. And so far, we were not sure exactly how you would be able to get them. And finally, we know how to get these different items. And so, of course, with that, you also have all the different weapons that will be there. And so you will be able to have all the purple version of all these different cool weapons and all these different cool armor pieces. Then we will also be getting some new fiery Lavaborn Transmog sets. So here again, you have a few mounts that will go with these different sets. Here we have first the blue version. So this is this really cool set right here. Then we have the green version. I'm a little bit less of a fan of this one, but it's still pretty nice. Then we have the red version, which is, in my opinion, the best one. And then we also have the yellow version. So all these different sets are cosmetics, and so it means that you will be able to use them on any of your characters. And as you can see, they will come from the training posts mainly, but probably they will also have some that will come from the different promotions. And then with these sets, we also have these different elms right here, the Inferno elms. So we have, for instance, this version right here, the blue version, we have the green version, we have the red version, and we also have the yellow version. So what's interesting with these different elms is the fact that, again, these are cosmetics and these actually go really well with these other sets. So for instance, here, as you can see, if you put the red one with the red set, it looks really good together. And so at least you will be able to change the helm if you prefer to have these ones on your character. Then next to these ones, we also have a few weapons. So for instance, here first we have some daggers. As you can see, these are these really like nice daggers. Then we have these different one-handed axe. So here we have the blue, the green, the red version, and also the yellow version. Again, these are pretty nice overall. And then we have these different guns right here. These ones are a little bit odd in my opinion because they definitely look like Dornogold Transmog, but with this little touch of color on it, which I think is very interesting. But nonetheless, so these are the different guns you will be able to get as well. And so far, these are the only ones we know you will be able to get as part of these new Lava Transmog sets. Next to that, we're getting more Transmogs to the training post. And here we have, for instance, the different Fox-Teen Woodland Transmog sets. So here I'm pretty sure it's not going to be something that a lot of you will be a big fan of, but at least hopefully for a few of you, it will be something that you will enjoy. So as you can see, you have these different colors right here, which I think is pretty nice. And one thing I have to say that is pretty funny is to just put some of these different sets on, let's say, a Worgen or a Vulpera. I think it's, like not really supposed to happen like that, but I think this is still something that is pretty funny. So for instance, here, as you can see, this is what it looks like on a human, and then you can put it on a Worgen, and you are basically a Worgen cosplaying as a Vulpera. And then, of course, if you want to put it on a Vulpera, this is almost even more ridiculous. As you can see, you will basically be, again, wearing a costume of yourself. So this is basically like if you were wearing a human costume on top of your human character. Then we also have a few new cosmetic weapons. So for instance, here we have these different fist weapons, which I think are pretty nice. They are inspired by the Durstbar, and I think overall I like the colors and the design on these different fist weapons. Then next to that, we also have these different offhands. Again, these are definitely inspired from Battle for Azeroth, and I do think these look pretty cool overall, especially the red version. This one is a little bit low res, but this is still a pretty nice weapon that you can get. Then we also have these different staves right here, and I mean, these ones are actually really, really cool. So again, you have these different colors. And so for this one, just to show you exactly what it will look like. So this is what exactly you will get with the orb. And I think these different staffs are actually super, super, super badass. And as you can see, all these already have some tenders attached to them. So these different items will definitely be from the training post. Then we also have these one-handed swords right here. So again, I do think these ones are pretty nice. You have these different colors available. And then we have these two-handed swords, which are basically just a little bit of a bigger version of the smaller one, which is basically the case for most one-handed swords and two-handed swords. Then we have these Phoenix polearms. Again, I do think these ones are actually very interesting, and I do love, for instance, the fell color on this version. Then you have the orange one, and then you have the yellow one, which are basically almost the same ones. Then we have these really nice, simple weapons, but these are like kind of a karate weapons and ninja weapons. So first we have the dagger of the Renaissance, which is this really cool dagger right here. Then we have the flail of the Renaissance. And I mean, these ones are actually super, super nice. And these ones, you will be able to get them, as you can see, as a one-handed mace and also as a held in off-hand item. Then we also have these different blades. So we have the one-handed sword and the two-handed swords. Again, these are basic but pretty nice. Then after that, we have some new Undermine cosmetic items, which I'm not sure exactly why they were not added in patch 11.1, but at least we will be getting them in patch 11.1.5. So first of all, you have these different staffs right here that are really, really awesome. And these ones, you will have one for each of the cartels of Undermine. So this is the normal one, and here, for instance, you have the Dark Fuse one. And so again, you will have some of these for each of the different cartels. So I'm not exactly sure how you will be able to get these. It's probably not through the training post, but these are definitely super, super nice staffs to get. Next to that, we also have some new shoulder transmogs that, again, look a little bit, let's say, linked to the different cartels. So for instance, you have the yellow version here. You then have the red version here. Again, these are just extra goblin cosmetic items that you will be able to get during this new patch. After that, we will also get some new rewards through the new horrific visions of Nazot that were initially part of the game in Battle for Azeroth. So here, for instance, as you can see, we will have some of these different back pieces. which I think look pretty cool. And we have, of course, the legendary cloak appearance. Then we have like a few more of these different cloaks. Then we have also the different sets, so you will be able to get them as cosmetic items. Of course, for instance, here it's only for clove players. I'm a little bit disappointed with these because I feel like they could have done something way more interesting with these different sets. But again, these are the ones that we're getting. So as you can see, it's kind of like this greenish tint, which I don't think necessarily looks really nice. But that's what Blizzard decided to do with these new visions. And so as you can see, these are the different sets you will be able to get. And next to that, we also have these different weapons. And so here, it's important to note that all of them will be the same, whether you're doing it in veteran, champion, or hero, it doesn't matter. These are all the exact same. And so you have like, of course, like a few more of them. But these are just recolored versions of all the different weapons from Nayarata. And so there is nothing too special, I would say, here. We also have this new Transmog set right here, which is the Stormstouts set. And so this is one of these Pandaren monk sets. I'm not exactly sure if it is linked or not to Mist of Pandaria Classic, but it looks like it. And overall, this is a very, very nice set. And as you can see, this one is not restricted to only Pandaren, which means that normally you can use it on any characters that you want. But of course, it's probably going to look better on the Pandaren, which makes sense. But overall, this is a pretty cool set. And so again, not exactly sure how you will be able to get this one. So that's pretty much it for today's video. Again, maybe we will get more items added to the database later on. And so I'll make sure to provide you with an update. But so far, these are all the new cosmetic and transmog items that we know we will be able to get in this new patch. Let me know in the comments if you are excited or not for some of them. And in general, if you are excited or not for this new patch and some of the new features it offers. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye!